Hey, what's going on everyone? Hope you guys are doing good. So, eventually in Ranni's questline, you'll meet this pretty crazy boss. And I just wanted to break down some of his moves, which some of them I slowed down, so hopefully it'll be a little easier to predict some of those. I always start off with a spirit summon instantly, but be prepared to dodge right away because he's going to try and blast you with his beam in the start. His beam from the time he raises his head up and starts charging it to the time he hits you with it is 2 seconds, so be prepared to dodge that to the right or left last second. And the same goes for his tail swipe. From the time he lifts himself up to the time he slams his tail, it's 2 seconds. And he likes to repeat that move twice. He does a flying, sweeping down attack, and from the time he lifts himself in the air to the time he swipes, that's 2 seconds as well. So a lot of his attacks are 2 seconds. And in this attack, if you happen to be in between him and the magic that he casts, you're able to be safe and just attack him at will at that point, as he won't actually attack you right there if you're real close to him, and you won't get hit by the explosion either, so there's a little sweet spot right there. Now, those little explosions do take 1.5 seconds before they go off, so the timing's a little different there. Sword of Night and Flame or Comet Azor are not the best choices here, as they're pretty hard to hit them with. I ended up having to face the same boss in the Mountaintops of Giants, only a stronger version. And for that fight, I just went with Great Glintstone Shard, as it's a really good spell. They just buffed it up the distance and the speed, and for the damage that it does is pretty crazy for the FP cost. That spell was landing every time on him if you're close enough, as to where the Comet Azor or the Sword of Night and Flame, it's hit or miss. So the best strategy here for when he summons this crazy meteor storm is to get as close as possible to where he's summoning them at, and he won't even hit you with them if you're really close to it, which is similar to the spell that you get from the other one that you face, as it won't hit any enemies unless you're casting it on like a dragon or something. It casts the spell really high. So this sweeping attack is 1.5 seconds as well, but the explosions take 1 second for them to go off. Expect him to teleport often, and when he's below half health, that's when he starts using the meteors. I got really lucky on dodging the first version that I faced, as the second version kept killing me with the meteors, and I figured out getting just really close to him was the best strategy to survive those. The best opening is when he does that swooping attack, as he'll come in close and sometimes you don't even have to dodge him, especially if you're a melee character, as he'll just sit there for a few seconds. Hope this helps you guys out to beat him, and I hope to see you on the next one.